Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here as normal. Hope all you guys had a pretty good night on that. That big slate last night. It was pretty good for us. It was close at the very end, but we definitely came through with the W. So yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys had a good one. Anyway, we are looking ahead to today's small slate here for Tuesday. Like I said, only three games, but for the most part, should be a decent one as normal with a three-game slate. I'm not going to bet crazy. Probably just play some double ups and 50-50s, and then definitely look ahead to tomorrow's big slates. So, yeah, like I said, it was another good win for us last night. We scored a 298. As you see, there won 800 on that one, so definitely not too bad. Yes, I did bet a little bit more. So if you guys are wondering why I won so much, that is because I bet a little bit. So, but for the most part, people won anywhere from 80 to $90. Most people double up their money, so definitely not too bad. It did cash in tournaments. So, yeah, would love to have you guys on board. Here's another sub. Put in 98, won 168. So. Yeah, we'd love to have you guys on board. $50 a month, 350 for this season, including playoffs. We're on fire right now. I don't know what else you guys need to see. You see it almost every single day. We are posting winning lineups, so we would love to have you guys join us. Like I said, website will be down there in the comment section, same as our Twitter will be down there as well. And like I said, for some reason, if it's not showing up, our links, just go back a couple videos and the link should be down there. I don't know why they're not showing up. I'm not sure if they showed up yesterday or not. So if they're not showing up, please let me know. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know why they're not showing up. So yeah, like I said, we'd love to have you guys on board. Anyway, like I said, a 3-game slate today. We got Philadelphia and Detroit, the Clippers in New Orleans at a 237. New Orleans by 7, Sacramento and Denver at a 227, and Denver by 11. So I think this game could be a little closer. Sacramento's been playing actually pretty good recently, so I think they could keep it a little bit closer than they're thinking there. So yeah, let's get right into this small little slate here. So, like I said, Philly and Detroit, no total just because of Simmons and Drummond. Obviously, those are some big issues there. Simmons, I don't know if you guys know, but he exited very early their last game against the Magic, and then Drummond, he kind of has an illness going on here. So, those are two very, very big names. So let's say Simmons doesn't play. I don't mind TJ McConnell here. I think he could pick up just a little bit. He did come in for Simmons a little bit, played 25 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 19.8 points. So if you played a couple more minutes, he might get you 21 or 22. He's not too bad of a player. I picked him the last couple years. He's going to get you 19 to 23 or 24. Nothing too crazy, but I expect him to be popular if Simmons is out. So definitely keep an eye on that. If Drummond is out, you can look at Reggie Jackson. I don't know how much his usage really goes up, but might get you 30 fancy points, but not much upside with him. Really don't mind some JJ Redick if Simmons is out. He did very good when Simmons went out, had 44.8, shot the ball a lot. They really needed him in that game. So I don't expect 44, but if Simmons is out, I can see 25 to 30 from JJ Redick. Marquez Fultz, I don't know if I can really touch that guy. His shot's just not there right now. Might get a couple assists and stuff like that, but I'd rather have Redick with a shooting upside. Covington, not too bad of a spot, anywhere from 28 to 32 in this one, with Simmons being out if he is out. Blake Griffin, his ownership will be just crazy if Drummond is not playing, so keep an eye on that. I personally like Dario Saric at only $5,900. Had an all-around game last time out with a 35.3. I like him. I really do. A double upside in this one. Yeah, really don't mind Saric at a very cheap $5,900. And then center position, really, obviously, you got to have Joel Embiid in there. The question is Joel Embiid or Jokic. That's a hard one. It really is. So that's up to you guys, if depending on what you have the money for. So anyway, yeah, Joel Embiid in this one. Don't mind Griffin. Really don't mind some Dario Saric. You can look at Covington as well. Like I said, most of these Philly guys get a huge bump without Simmons. Then you can look at Redick and then a cheap punt play with TJ McConnell. Like I said, if Simmons is out, McConnell should bring some ownership on a very small slate. So, yeah, like I said, a couple injuries to look at. Hopefully they get figured, they will get figured out before we start. So anyway, we got the next game is the Clippers and New Orleans here. 237 in New Orleans by 7. So this is one of the higher totals I've seen in a long, long time. I don't mind Elfrid Payton. Yes, like I said, I know he's going up against Beverly, but with a total of 237, Payton's going to have to do something in this game. As you see, he doesn't really shoot, so that's not an issue with me against Beverly. I think he can get you 32 to 35 in this one. At 7,000, that's just, what he should get you. So is he a must-have? No, he's not. But still, he's safe in a cash game. Don't mind some Drew Holiday, obviously. I think he's in a half-decent spot. Yes, going up against Bradley, but still very high total, so he's going to have to produce 35 to 40 in this one. They moved Nikola Mirotic over to small forward. Interesting. Anyway, he's in play. He's really, really cheap. Going to be 70, 80% owned. Gallinari's not in too bad of a spot either. I think 6,600 is a good price tag for him. He's putting up some pretty good numbers there, so you have to look at Gallinari. He's way, way too cheap in this one. Moving on, AD. If you can get AD, get him in there. He's just so expensive, but I think you can find a way to get him in there. Tobias Harris had a bad game that last time out, but, like I said, with this 237 total, I think he's in a pretty good spot. Still, scored 23 points, but just didn't have any of the rebounds or assists. So if he picks those back up like he did that first 2 games, he should be good for 35, 40, even 45 in this one at $7,900. Montrezl Harrell, he had a good game last time out. That was, I think, personally because he was facing Houston. But if some of you guys don't know, that was his old team for a while that drafted him. So maybe that's why he did so good. So, and he played those extra minutes as well. So he might get you anywhere from his normal 17 to 19 if you really need that. He's 4,900, so I don't think he's really worth it. And then you can look at Randall. He's been up and down as well. He's probably my least favorite Pelican if you had to pick. So, yeah, this is just an obvious one. Davis, Tobias Harris, Mirotic, Gallinari, Drew Holiday. And you can look at Payton, but not a must-have. So, 237 total. What can you say? Just mostly pick everyone that you can from that one. All right, last game we have Sacramento and Denver. So we got one injury on this one here. Let me go look at this total. We have a 227 in Denver by 11. Like I said, I do expect this one to be a little bit closer than they think it is. Anyway, De'Aaron Fox for sure. Love this dude. He's in a pretty good spot. We got Jamal Murray with a game time decision, but if you go to Fantasy Labs, it says he is all healthy to play. But when you go click on the link on Twitter that was associated with him saying that he was healthy, it does not exist anymore. So maybe that was just some fake news on Fantasy Labs. Like I said, if you go to the link on Fantasy Labs, it just shows a blank page. So who knows? Like I said, one report saying he's playing. One so far, most reports are saying he's game time decision. So he did play through it, but I don't know if they really need to push him here. It's very early in the season. If anything happens, if they let him play, it could be bad. Will Barton just went down with injury, so they really don't need Murray to push it and get hurt even more. So I wouldn't be surprised if Murray's set. Hopefully we get news by the time there is lock. They do have the late game, so we'll have to look on that. But anyway, if Murray doesn't play, obviously Monte Morris is in a very good spot to start. Gary Harris's usage just goes up even more. You can look at Torrey Craig. He's not an offensive player at all, but he's going to get even bigger minutes if Murray is out. Like I said, he had 26 minutes with no Will Barton. Like I said, he's not an offensive player. He's a defensive guy. So he might get you anywhere from 22 to 25. But at $3,900, that's all you can really ask for. So definitely look at him. You can look at Buddy if you want. That's up to you guys. Let me see here. So you can't really Sacramento. Sorry, their rotations are so up and down. You go look at Bajinka or Valencia, however you say it. 27 minutes He started 10 minutes, didn't start. 30 minutes, he did start. So if the trend continues, that means Bagley may start this game, and Valencia or Bajinka might go on the bench. So Jeff, definitely keep in mind on that one. Like I said, it just looks like that's what's going to happen. So if that is the case and Marvin Bagley starts, I think he's in a good spot. I told you I liked him last game. If he did start, he didn't start, and he still had a half decent game with 20 and 23 minutes. So if Bagley is starting in this one, it's confirmed starting. He should get you 25 to 30 in this one. So, like I said, it looks like every other game they're starting. So maybe that trend continues here. So, yeah, like I said, look at Marvin Bagley. Jokic, they put him to a power forward now at 10,600. I think he's definitely in play in this one. You can look at Paul Millsap. I don't think a lot of people are going to have him. I might have him in one. Had a bad game against Golden State, but for the most part, those first two games looking pretty good. In a team against Sacramento that I'm not too afraid of, I think he can get you 30 to 35 in this one as well. At a lot lower ownership than we expect. And then there's Willie Cauley, but I'm really not too into him in this one. So, yeah, this one's an interesting one. I'll give you maybe 3 or 4 picks that I'm looking at. Let me see here. Point guard's really not that good. So what you could do is you can go Fox and you could go TJ McConnell. Like I said, I'm doing this early in the morning, so any news could change later in the day. So obviously, as Simmons or Murray are playing, I'm not going to pick McConnell or Monte Morris. So keep that in mind. I am doing this early in the morning. Shooting guard, like I said, you can always look at Redick, Drew Holiday, and Gary Harris. And look at Gary Harris if you want to go that way. Power forward, really like some Jokic in that one. And like I said, if Bagley starts, I really like Bagley. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Obviously, I'm going to change that up. I just randomly put in some guys that that I didn't mind in this one here. So yeah, that is mostly it. Short video. Obviously, only 3 games. So as I said, there's still a couple injuries to really look at, so I can't give you 100% on who I'm picking in this one. I have to wait until those injuries, come out, and then we'll obviously have a final lineup a little later. So, like I said, we'd love to have you guys on board. It was another W for us last night with a 298, $50 a month, $350 for the season, including playoffs. Like I said, we have been very, very hot, and would love for you guys to join us here today and moving forward as well. So as normal, to get in on it, check out our website in the comment section. Also, hit us up on Twitter if you have any questions as well. So that is it. Like I said, short video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There's just so much information I can give you with those injuries out there. So, yeah, tomorrow's slate, obviously looking big, and definitely looking forward to that one. So that is it. If you like the video, please leave a like. We do appreciate it. And if you are new, hit that sub button. We will be doing NBA Fanduel advice videos almost every single day for you guys. So, all right, guys, hopefully you have a good night on the small little 3-game slate, and we'll see you guys all a little bit later.